Hey beautiful! If this is your first time here, I'm an intuitive tarot oracle reader. Now my dear, I hope you're having an amazing day and everything is going fine with you. If today's not the best day, I'm sending you tons and tons and tons of positive energy, and I hope everything will be well soon. Now guys, today I'm back with another pick a card reading. And today's pick a card reading is all about what's the next chapter in your life. As always, my dear, I have 3 piles that you can choose from, and you can either choose the card or the crystal below it. So, this is pile 1 with the Chariot card, this is pile 2 with the Star card, and this is pile 3 with the Fool card. As always, my dear, please feel free to pause the video. Or you can also meditate on the cards if you feel like you need a little bit more time to choose. You will find all the timestamps in the description box, but of course also in the comment section. And as always, my dear, if you're interested or curious in a personal reading with me and you would like to get further information regarding one, as always, you can feel free to email me. Lastly, my dear, please keep in mind that this is a general reading, so not everything may resonate with you. But yeah, having said that, let's begin. Hey Pal1, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now let's see, what's the next chapter in your life? First of all, my dear, I would like to get you some oracle cards, so let's start. Let's see, for my beautiful pile 1, what's the next chapter in your life? For my beautiful pile 1. Oops. All the cards. What's the next chapter in your life? For my beautiful pile 1. Let's start. Alright, so the first card we have here is vibrational healing. Alright. We have angelic connection. Too many. For my beautiful pile 1. What's the next chapter in your life? Let's see. Soul cleansing. Ooh. All right. That's interesting. Let's get you guys one last card. Okay. One card fell. And we have deep meditative states. So, for my beautiful pile 1, what's next in your life? What's the next chapter in your life? So, first of all, let me start with this. I really feel like the next chapter in your life is gonna bring you an opportunity to heal yourself or really put your well-being first. The vibrational healing card is here, and it's just interesting how, energetically speaking, looking at this card, there is this calmness to it. There is this nurture to this card. And I really feel like a lot of you guys need exactly that. You maybe crave this feeling of, I'm hearing belonging, that's interesting, but also feeling safe and nurtured. And for a lot of you guys, you may sometimes wait for someone else to do it, right? I mean, that's something very, very natural. In fact, we often have this need, someone else to nurture us, right? But what I'm seeing in here is that this nurture is something that you're going to give yourself. You're really going to make your healing journey a priority, and the most important thing regarding that is to really understand what's good for you and what's not. I really feel like, my dear Padawan, in this next chapter of your life, you're really going to look into certain trigger points, and it's almost like you're trying to understand those. Because healing is definitely going to be a huge priority for you. It's almost like you understanding that in order for me to go to the next level, in order for me to live a free life, it's important also to understand my shadow self in a way, right? And also, very interesting, we have the vibrational healing card with the soul cleansing. So, healing, cleansing, a very interesting combination. I really feel like this next chapter in your life is definitely one which is all about releasing, all about decluttering, like literally decluttering. Maybe it can start with your clothes, it can start with your wardrobe, but it can, of course, go all the way even further, like when it comes to decluttering or releasing people who you feel like don't resonate with you anymore, or certain energies that you've been carrying with yourself. This next chapter is going to be very, very crucial, not only because it's the next one, but really in your overall life. I really feel like in this next chapter in your life, there is a lot of potential for you to heal lifelong, and to really, in a way, impact your life like big time. Because the healing you do in the next chapter in your life is going to set you free in the future. Maybe right now you're holding on to something that is limiting you, whether it's emotionally or mentally or literally like physically. And it's interesting how through the next chapter you're gonna like cut the cords in a way. I also would like to talk about the fact that I really feel like a big thing or a huge thing when it comes to this next chapter is also, as the Angelite card says, connections. Some of you guys could literally release connections in your life, but this is not about releasing, this is more so about creating. I really feel like this next chapter in your life is also about finding people who you can connect with, you click with, you match with, whether it's friendship wise or romantic wise. It's all about, in a way, finding your tribe or finding the right connections for you. And it's definitely gonna like prioritize in a way. Maybe you haven't thought about connections in a very long time, even like friendship wise, or maybe even especially friendship wise. But I really feel like in this next chapter, you're gonna almost like this need of finding your tribe is gonna be increased and increased, because it's almost like you're gonna sense that there are people out there who fit you, who are very compatible with you, and it's almost like you're giving out this call. You're giving out this call to meet them or to reconcile with them, to connect with them again, or connect with them for the very first time. And I really feel like this next chapter in your life is going to bring to you a lot of understanding through the energies that you release. I mean, the fact that it starts here, right? I mean, you understanding that certain energies don't work out for you. It's almost like you understand for yourself which kind of energies deserve to be in your life and which don't. And you're going to be quick. You know, you also, by the way, I mean, you have the Chariot card, right? And the Chariot card in its energy is very quick. It's very like a speedy card. And I really feel like this next chapter, like all the things I've talked about, they're gonna happen like pretty quickly. Even maybe like at multiple time. Like for example, at once you're gonna release a lot, at once you're also gonna meet a lot of new people. Like I feel like it's gonna be a time in your life, this next chapter, which is gonna be a little bit like hectic or very like fast moving, a lot happening. So this doesn't feel like a time in your life in which there is a lot of like slow energy. No, this feels more so very quickly. But just because it's quickly, that doesn't mean that it's chaotic or it's like a turmoil. Absolutely not. That's not what I mean. Especially because you're gonna create a space for yourself in which you can heal, in which you can really prioritize yourself. And it's just that energetically seeing into this, it feels like a lot of things are gonna happen afterwards pretty quickly. Or once again, even like at the same time, perhaps. Having said that, I would suggest let's start with your tarot cards as well. Let me get you your tarot cards. So for my beautiful pile 1, what's the next chapter in your life? Let's see. For my beautiful pile 1, what's the next chapter in your life? Oh, too many? Actually, I felt like it was in the reverse, right? Let's see. Strength card. For my beautiful pile 3. Oh my goodness, a lot of cards here. What's the next chapter in your love life? Did I say love life? I meant in your life. What's the next chapter in your life? Oh, by the way, you guys, that would be a great reading idea, right? Are you interested in what's the next in your love life? Let me know. So we have the Fool card. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Nine of Cups. Let's see. The Three of Pentacles. For my beautiful pile 1, what's the next chapter in your life? All right. We got the King of Wands, and let's get you guys one last card. For my beautiful pile 1, what's the next chapter in your life? Let's see. For my beautiful pile 1, and we got the Six of Cups. At the back of the deck, we have the Four of Wands. Okay. So, my dear pile 1, with the Four of Wands being the overall energy in here, I really feel like this next chapter of your life, you know, all the things we've already talked about, whether it's the releasing you want to do, whether it's giving almost like this call to the universe to find the right connections for you, to attract them. Like when we look at it from like from the roots, at the end of the day, this is all about you being happy, right? You being joyful, whether it's finding what's meant for you or releasing what's not meant for you. And I really feel like in this next chapter in your life, this is what you're gonna prioritize. You're gonna prioritize being happy. And very often we wait for stuff, right? We think that happiness comes with, for example, looking this way, having this, having that, being with this kind of person, having succeeded in this area of our life or that area of our life. But happiness is a choice, and it happens today. And I really feel like this revelation for you is once again like one of those moments in our life when we understand something very crucial, and it influences our life from now on. And I really feel like, my dear pal one, you're gonna choose for yourself to be happy. You don't want to wait for the holidays to come. You don't want to wait for the right person to come, like as a partner or something others to happen. You really want to create it for yourself. And I see you like, therefore, not wanting to compromise in a way, you know, not wanting to compromise when it comes to the things that are good for you and the things that are not good for you. So what I see you doing here in this next chapter in your life, if you are someone who is the kind of person that gives a lot or thinks about others first, I mean, which of course is a wonderful thing. I mean, being a giver or someone generous, being someone who thinks about other people and is eager to help, that's a wonderful thing. Like, there is no doubt about that. But very often, this is all we think about, right? We think about how we can help others, what we can give to others. But what about ourselves? When have you given something to you? Like, when have you been generous towards yourself? When have you helped yourself the last time? You see, this is almost like a switch. Not a switch. I mean, it's not like one day you wake up and then everything is different. No, this is of course like a journey that you're embarking on. And you're definitely going to prioritize giving more to yourself. Also, like, invest in yourself. I really feel like that's also a big thing here. And through that, you definitely allow more satisfaction away in your life, because however you're gonna express this, whether it's through putting more time for yourself into your day-to-day life, or whether it's through some kind of other form of being generous towards you and putting yourself first, it's all about the gesture. And this is gonna make you much more fulfilled and also feel much more abundance, because it's gonna bring you closer to yourself again. And I mean, just look at the 9 of Cups here. This is like such a beautiful illustration. And this person is literally like jumping in joy, right? And I really feel like you're going to prioritize those moments. Like, very often we wait for the big luck to come our way, right? Or the big joy. But through that, we may miss out on all the little joys in life. And yeah, I definitely see you feeling like much more in the moment than in the past or in the future when it comes to your mind, right? And because you're gonna focus much more on the present, it's gonna make your life much more sweeter. And I know that this may be like, this may sound very simple, but it's actually something very difficult. Like, a lot of people have a hard time feeling or being in the present moment, because there's so much in the past distracting us, right? Or so much in the future that may constantly be in our mind. It's definitely a challenge. And I see you not only incorporating it into your life, but it actually making a huge difference for you. I also would like to talk about another thing I see here. So I talked about the fact that I really feel like in this next chapter in your life, you will prioritize yourself more, but I feel like there is more to it. There's this element of like self discipline and self trust in here. And I really feel like, my dear pile one, in this next chapter in your life, you're gonna, in a way, like hype yourself up. You're gonna really pay more attention towards your strength rather than your weaknesses or the things that you think you're not best at or you're not good at. You're gonna think about all the things that you are really good at and you're gonna prioritize those. You really like, you're gonna look at yourself through a lot of positive affirmations. And this is also, I feel like, why I felt you're connecting towards yourself more. You will definitely be more gentle. It's also very interesting here to me that I really feel like, my dear, you're attracting people into your life who will be a great team. Maybe some of you guys are literally trying to manifest soulmates into your life or friends into your life. And it's all about like being a good team, like teamwork. And whether it's through your personal life or your work study life, I really feel like you're gonna look into, or you're gonna attract, better to say, people that you can work with, you can work with and create a wonderful connection with. And this is, I feel like, something that maybe some of you guys have been missing for a very long time. Yeah. I mean, not to say that you have been feeling lonely or anything like that, but I just feel like maybe you want to attract a new friend. Maybe the old energy has been just too familiar, and what you seek is fresh new energy coming towards you in the shape of, let's say, good new connections, right? And I really feel like this next chapter in your life, which is very interesting. I mean, like, we are like almost in the summertime, right? And maybe some of you guys are gonna also go to a lot of different places, and through that you may actually also meet a lot of different people. But this is not only about meeting people. This is about meeting the right kind of people that you click with, people that you will, you know create a good relationship with. So that's very important to mention here. And I really feel like, as I said, reconnecting to yourself and also working on trust, working on trusting yourself. And I really feel like this next chapter in your life is overall going to be very important when it comes to becoming hopeful again about the future, or like staying optimistic. It's really gonna shape you in a way that you think more positive of the present moment, but also of the things you create for yourself. And hopefulness is definitely a thing here. And I really feel like it's also gonna almost like inspire you into action, inspire you into, whether it's becoming creative or just generally like lead, like embrace your potential and be more so the leader of your life. And yeah, you may literally start even different projects for some of you guys. Maybe you have certain like goals or certain inspirations that you really would want to go after. But I really feel like this next chapter in your life is a great time to channel these energy, to channel the inspiration, and really like make something out of your creative energy. I definitely feel like this next chapter in your life is not about boredom. It's not about feeling like stuck. It's all about moving. As I said, very speedy energy for me here, and you will want to go to the next level. Maybe some of you guys, you've been feeling stuck for a very long time, and you just want your life to go to a certain, way. Like, you want to go forward, and this next chapter in your life is really gonna make this desire even more strong, like stronger, I'm sorry, like make this desire stronger. And this is maybe also why you're gonna have this boost of energy in a way, wanting to go forward and wanting to shape your life, not through a subconscious mind, but through your conscious mind. Co-create it more in a way that it brings you joy today, not tomorrow, or not, remembering only the joy from the past, but also bringing the joy into the here and now. With the Six of Cups being here as well, I talked about the fact that, it could be the case that you guys attract a lot of like great connections into your life. The Six of Cups is a card of soulmates, and when I say soulmates in this particular reading, this doesn't necessarily have to be romantic one, soulmates of any form, even friendship soulmates, for example. But I really feel like you will like attract them into your life. If it's like, for example, it can be a friend, that you make, who feels like a soulmate. And I really feel like this is something that you're gonna feel like from the beginning, that this person is a great person, or this is someone that you really want to connect with. So this next chapter in your life is definitely gonna move a lot into your life, like move a lot of things. So yeah, definitely something you can look forward to. My dear Palawan, this is all I have for you for today. As always, my dear, please feel free to let me know how you feel about this reading. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you and for allowing me to connect with your wonderful energy. As always, if you're interested or curious in a personal reading with me and you would like to get further information regarding one, of course, my dear, you can feel free to email me. Lastly, if you would like to connect with me more on Instagram, of course, I invite you there as well. My dear pal one, take care, my love. Hey pal 2, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now let's see, what's the next chapter in your life? First of all, my dear, I would like to get you some oracle cards, and then we will dive a little bit deeper into the topic with some more tarot. So let's see, for my beautiful pile 2, what's the next chapter in your life? For my beautiful pile 2, let's see. All right. What's the next chapter? I only want one card at a time. Okay. So the first card we have is all around healing. All right. Too many cards for my dear pile 2. What's the next chapter in your life? What do you need to know? Let's see. We have the emotional fulfillment. Wow. Okay. Let's see. Too many cards. I really feel like, my dear pile 2, like this is something I'm hearing this next chapter in your life is going to be one in which you're going to understand what you want. For some reason, this is what came through. Now, this could be very specific. Maybe some of you guys have, like, you're a little bit doubtful or you're indecisive regarding something in your life. And I really feel like in this next chapter, you're going to gain some kind of, yeah, in a way, clarity, you could say. Clear communication. All right, let's get you guys one last card for my beautiful pile 2. What's the next chapter in your life? Oh my goodness. So many cards. Let me get them. One last card, please. All right. And we have the Purification and Serenity card. So my dear pal 2, what's the next chapter in your life? So first of all, coming back to what I was saying while I was shuffling, I received the message that this next chapter in your life is gonna be, yeah, in a way, opening your eyes to something. I'm not receiving yet in what area of your life. I mean, of course, it could be, for example, regarding love. It could be regarding your career or studies or, you know, your personal life, right? But this is all about knowing. This chapter is gonna be bringing to you a lot of answers in a way that you have been battling with or searching for. And this is why I really feel like that this chapter may bring some kind of a change into your life as well, because you're gonna receive an understanding for like areas in your life that could have confused you a little bit, and this is gonna be a huge difference. It's really gonna make you understand, yeah, how you want to go from now on, right? And by the way, you chose the Star card, right? And for some reason, I really feel like the Star card is coming through here with the like traditional meaning in a way. Some of you guys could be very hopeful or try to be hopeful regarding something in your life. Maybe a dream or some kind of a goal that you have. And I really feel like this star energy is coming through here. Whatever this wish could be, this is very important to you. And this next chapter in your life, I see you actually taking it more serious or doing certain like actions that take you towards that direction. Yeah, I really feel like this next chapter is going to change a lot for you. These could be small changes, but at the end of the day, those small changes, they can move so much, right? Like they can make a huge difference. And I really feel like this next chapter is all about you living your authentic self and you knowing what you want, right? I mean, of course, first you need to know and then you can act on it, but it's all about this authenticity. You don't want to do things anymore that doesn't resonate with you. I really feel like also with the Star card, for me, the Star card is an energy that comes from the heart. For example, if we have a dream, if we have a wish, these dreams, those wishes, they come from the heart space, from our raw emotions, right? And I really feel like this is what you want to step into. You want to take decisions in a way that, emotionally speaking, right, it makes you happy. Emotionally speaking, it makes you joyful. And this is going to be very, very important to you. You're really gonna change the way you go about your decisions. I really feel that. And this is interesting because the kind of energy I'm receiving here reminds me a little bit of pile 1, but I really feel like this is something collectively in a way. We are all coming back to or discovering that it is so important that we put ourselves first. We unfortunately compromise on so many things that actually, well, are our rights, right? And we deserve it. And I really feel like, my dear pal, too, you're also going to take the decision that you don't want to compromise anymore when it comes to what makes you happy and what makes you feel fulfilled. You want to live a life which feels purposeful, or feels like you're seeing value in it, you're seeing a meaning in it. You're not just doing something that other people tell you to do, something that may not even make you happy. You don't want to find yourself in this kind of prison. You really want to, yeah, allow yourself to dream and to express. And the most important thing, of course, is how something also makes you feel, whether something is actually resonating with you or not. And I really feel like the way you're going to go about those decisions, it's all about whether something is what you want and makes you happy or not. Maybe in the past you have compromised a little bit when it comes to decisions, or when it comes to your life. You could have gone with things other people chose for you, or with like different opinions. But now you want to just go with your own opinion, because you are the one who knows the best what you want, right? And this is how you want to lead. Of course, you are open for like people's like advice, right? And of course, there's no doubt about that. But you don't want other people to dictate how your life is supposed to look like, especially if this doesn't make you happy. And another collective thing that I not only have seen in Pal 1, but I really feel like, energetically speaking, it's something that we collectively are being pushed towards in a way, is healing. Of course, there are so many different things a person may need to heal, and healing is a journey. It is not a goal. And we are all in our own individual healing journeys, which cannot be comparable, because we are all individuals. But I really feel like a lot of people are being pushed towards their healing journey. And it's kind of like there is this need now to really pay attention to what may not serve us anymore. And I really feel like for you, pal, too, it's the same. You also gonna find yourself in a situation in which you can't deny it anymore. The fact that certain parts of you need extra attention, and certain parts of you need nurture and the right care and the right healing. And I really feel like in this next chapter in your life, you're gonna take it more serious. You're gonna create a space for yourself in which you can give yourself what you need. You see, there is always this energy of putting yourself first, valuing yourself, loving yourself. This next chapter is gonna make it more important, even in a way. And I also would like to talk about the fact that with the jade crystal being here, which says purification, there could be certain aspects in your life that you feel like you need to purify. And once again, you're always going to look into like yourself, whether something or someone is good for you, and whether certain parts of your life need this detox, need this like decluttering, as I like to say. And it is very important. This is also why I feel like when you come out of this next chapter, afterwards, you will have transformed in many different ways. And a lot of this transformation will be internally, because in this next chapter in your life, it is all about empowering yourself in a way that you don't compromise anymore, and you know who you are, you know what you want, and you trust in who you are. And these things, working on these aspects, this is so powerful. Of course, it's a journey, but it is so crucial, right? To trust in ourselves. And I really feel like the way you're gonna go about your decisions after this next chapter is gonna be so different from how you deal with your decision today. You're gonna be much more decisive. You're gonna know what you want in a complete different way. And you may even, by the way, in this next chapter, reprioritize things. Maybe for a very long time you thought someone or something is important, but through this journey, you actually understand that no, through this, I've actually completely neglected myself, or I've been living in a certain way that doesn't fulfill me, and I really want to reprioritize because I deserve that. I deserve to be happy. I deserve to put myself first. I deserve to give myself the energy and attention that I need. And I'm going to give myself this right. I'm going to give myself the space. So I do see some reprioritizing happening, for sure. Prioritizing yourself, there is no doubt about that, but really questioning certain aspects in your life that may have always been just normal because they were habits, you know? Like, for example, someone being in your life because they've always been in your life and you just like accepted it, but they actually are not that good for you. You're not gonna accept things anymore. You want to understand them. You want to know. And if you really know that something is not good for your well-being, you're not just gonna keep it. I hope I can explain it here the best way possible. But I really feel like in this next chapter in your life, you're gonna make a, like, you're gonna create a huge space for yourself in which you can grow and in which you can blossom. This is something I have to remember that. This is something I've said before, a metaphor I really like to use, especially in my like previous readings in the past. Maybe some of you guys already know it, but something I always like to say was, you know, if we just look at a flower needs a certain environment to grow, right? And to blossom in the most beautiful way. And we humans are the same. I mean, a flower needs, of course, water, the sunshine, and the right soil, right? And a different, like, the right environment, basically. We humans are very similar in that sense, in the way that we also have to make sure that we have the right environment around us. We nurture ourselves. We give ourselves what we need to grow and to blossom. And this is what this next chapter is all about. You giving yourself what you need in order to become the star card or come closer to the star energy. And yeah, this is very exciting, pal, too. Let me get you guys some tarot cards to get a little bit more information about this. Let me see. For my beautiful pile 2, what's the next chapter in your life? Let's see. What else can we get about this? Ooh, a few cards fell. The one thing I can already say is that I really feel like, my dear pal 2, this is something you can look forward to. You can look forward towards this next chapter in your life, because it may also bring the kind of transformation that a lot of you guys have been hoping for or wanting to manifest. Sometimes when things remain the way they are, we may feel stuck because we don't feel a movement, or we may feel like things aren't going the way we would want them to go. Like, we feel like we want this push, or we have this craving to go forward in a way. And I really feel like this next chapter is going to allow you to bring this energy out from within, this transformation that's going to allow you to live more authentically, to do the things that feel like they resonate with you much more. And yeah, wow. Let's see. Oops. I feel like my hands are getting like smaller and smaller. Like, I don't know why. So I can't like hold the tarot cards anymore. For my beautiful pile 2, what's the next chapter in your life? Let's see. We get a card, please. So the first card we have is the Ace of Swords. We have the King of Wands. The King of Swords. Magician. Two of Cups. Oh, here it is, the King of Wands. All right, the Wheel of Fortune. For my beautiful pile. Too many cards, please. One card. Oh. Love cards fell. Please give me a moment. Too many. We also have the Lovers card. One more card, please. One more card. And we have the Eight of Pentacles. At the back of the deck, we have the Nine of Pentacles. All right. So for my beautiful pile 2, what else do you need to know? First of all, I feel like in this next chapter in your life, love can actually also be an area in your life which you are going to give a lot of attention to. Now, of course, it depends on whether you guys are single or not. I mean, if you are in relationships, then I definitely see that in this next chapter in your life, you're gonna put a lot of attention towards your relationship, towards your loved one. I even see you guys, I mean, it does make sense, you know, summertime, holidays and stuff. So there could be a lot of, time that you spend with this loved one of yours. And I see a lot of activities that are going to happen between you guys. So maybe you're going to have this time, like this space, for example, holidays, in which you can really, you know, nurture this relationship and really be in this love energy, show each other how much you love and how much you care about each other. There's this nurture in this energy here. If some of you guys are single, I see that there's definitely potential in here to find a love interest. However, what I'm seeing here is that this love energy is combined with another message, which is all about working on the self. Now, what I feel like is that some of you guys could, in this next chapter in your life, I mean, we've talked about the healing aspect, right? You may actually heal a lot of aspects regarding your love life, you know, so you can like manifest them in. It's kind of like you check yourself and you see whether there are some blockages that you experience regarding love in general, and you try to work on yourself. So when the right person comes through, you will be ready. For some reason, I do feel like this is healing energy that you're going to do in this next chapter. Healing energy regarding love, you know, for example, also doing a lot of self-love to manifest them in. Speaking about manifestation, by the way, I mean, we already got the star card here. I really feel like you guys are gonna try to manifest this wish or this dream. You will like be much more action oriented, and you're not gonna play a small game. I really feel like you're gonna believe much more in yourself and your abilities and your skills, and you want to profit out of it, you want to capitalize out of it, and you really want to create something for yourself. And this next chapter in your life is definitely bringing through this, yeah, these actions which are gonna trigger this journey towards creating this wish for yourself, right? I do feel like there is a lot of planning as well that you're gonna do, especially if some of you guys have, for example, an idea, a business idea, or some kind of a project that you really would like to create for yourself. You're gonna consider a lot of things. I see your mind working, overthinking a lot, but not like in a negative way. Maybe overthinking is not the right word to use here. This is more so about thinking things through, being prepared. This is a better way to explain this energy. And it's interesting how I really feel like this next chapter in your life, my dear, it's gonna bring something finally into your life, which, yeah, which embodies this the wheel of fortune, this divine timing energy. By the way, if some of you guys are interested in a reading in which, yeah, I make a reading about which divine timing is soon to be come through, like what may have been in divine timing for you and what will come through soon, definitely let me know if you're interested. And coming back to this, I really feel like in this next chapter in your life, you guys are gonna create this divine timing for yourself regarding some aspect in your life. It could be, for example, finally, like, give me a moment. I'm receiving a message. Yeah, I heard get ready. Like, literally get ready, you guys. This next chapter is gonna bring a lot of movement, love forward energy into your life. I see you here transforming your life. And I really feel like when you get out of this next chapter, you feel much more abundant. You feel much more fulfilled because you're putting your attention into the things that you love. And you're creating the space for yourself to, as I said, to blossom, really. My dear pal 2, this is all I have for you for today. As always, my dear, please feel free to let me know how you feel about this reading. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you and for allowing me, of course, to connect with your wonderful energy. As always, my dear, if you're interested or curious in a personal reading with me and you would like to get further information regarding one, of course, you can feel free to email me. Lastly, if you would like to connect with me more on Instagram, of course, I invite you there as well. My beautiful pal 2, take care, my love. Hey, pal 3, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now let's see what's the next chapter in your life. First of all, I really feel drawn towards talking about your card selection, which is the Fool card. And I really feel like, my dear pile 3, this next chapter in your life is gonna be a new beginning. It's gonna be a new beginning, a potential for you to reset your life in the areas, of course, that you feel like it's necessary, and you feel motivated. Like, there is this energy about you guys. You feel motivated, you feel inspired to do, to create, to experience, to enjoy. Like, I really feel like this next chapter, there is a lot of excitement for life. And I've said this in the other piles as well, Maybe it's the fact that, summer and holidays and stuff, right? But there's just something about this next chapter in your life that feels like flying, flying and exploring. Look at the beautiful illustration here. Like, we can literally see this woman. It's almost like she's falling off the cliff, right? Which is very traditional for the tarot card, for the Fool card, excuse me. And she has a lot of trust in this. She's falling, but she has trust that no bad will happen to her. And there is like this carefree energy to the Fool card. Even when we look at the traditional like Rider-Waite illustration, we can see someone also carrying a bag with them, which is packed pretty lightly, which is kind of like a symbolism for the fact that not carrying the burden of the past with you, starting a new brand day. And I really feel like for you, my dear pal 3, this next chapter in your life, it is all about starting a new chapter. What the previous chapter was all about, what you have experienced before, of course you accept it. It was a part of your experience, but you won't allow it to define who you are and to shape what kind of life it is that you want. With every chapter, there is new potential for a new beginning and to bring fresh air into our life. And I really feel like for you, my dear pal 3, this is definitely the theme in here. And I really feel like, additional to that, that a lot of you guys could actually start doing things that you've never done. Taking a leap of faith, even. Because that's literally what the Fool card also symbolizes, right? Maybe some of you guys, just an example, but let's just say someone wants to start a new YouTube channel and they've been thinking about it for a very long time, but they haven't done it. And in this next chapter in your life, they're gonna get this feeling of just taking the risk, like just doing it and really embarking on this new journey of having a YouTube channel, right? So this is just an example, but this is the best way, the best thing I thought about now. So all about going for it, embarking on the new journey, carrying it lightly, just trying and enjoying. This is a wonderful energy to start with, my dear pal 3. And I really feel like this next chapter in your life can bring so much excitement, experiencing new things, maybe even things you normally don't do, but you're really gonna feel like, yes, I want to try it. Yes, I want to do it. I want to at least go for it and see, I don't want to regret never going for it at all. So yeah, I see a lot of courage as well in this energy. So for my beautiful pile 3, what's the next chapter in your life? Let's see. All right, so the first card we have is Personal Insights. What a beautiful card. All right, and we have the Birth, Death, Rebirth. Okay. My goodness, too many cards. For my beautiful pile, I don't know why so many cards. For my beautiful pile 3, what's the next chapter in your life? Let's see, my dear. My beautiful pile 3. Okay. We have Emotional Fulfillment. Let's get you guys one last card. Mm-hmm. All right, and the last card we have is the Amethyst, Restful Sleep. Okay, so my dear pile 3, so let's talk about this next chapter in your life. What do you need to know about it? The first message I'm receiving here is that I really feel like this next chapter in your life, also with the granite card being here, which says birth, death, and especially rebirth, this is definitely confirming the energy that I already got coming through regarding this almost like reset. I mean, I talked about the Fool card, right? And the Fool card in the tarot is not only the first card, but it also stands for the number 0. And the number 0 is like resetting something. So I really feel like, my dear, no matter how far you've come in your life, no matter how the circumstance that you find yourself in looks like, you're really gonna crave this potential to start something from the beginning. And this also means not getting distracted by the things that are around you, the things that have been in the past. All about stepping your foot into the right direction and, yeah, going for a new journey. And through that, I really feel like one thing you need to prepare for when it comes to this next chapter is for sure a lot of changes coming your way. I really feel like the energy, like the universe in this next chapter will bring towards you, because this is something you have been manifesting. It could be even something you have been manifesting subconsciously, but there are like almost like opportunities or circumstances coming into your life in which you will have to, yeah, decide to go for this new journey. And you're not gonna hide away. Maybe in the past you have resisted change a lot. You've been fighting change a lot. But in this next chapter, you're gonna understand how necessary change is for us to go forward and for us to create the life that we crave or create the life that we want. And I really feel like, my dear pal 3, this next chapter in your life is also about being more gentle, because maybe life has been pretty tough for you. Life has been pretty serious and so many responsibilities that you have to take care of and a lot of stress. But this next chapter is all about also coming back to yourself and giving yourself the space to rest and to recharge, being gentle, being understanding, and taking the break or taking the much needed time for yourself. Maybe you're also someone who does a lot for others, and this could also be a responsibility some of you guys face. You have to take care, like, you have to take care of many people or a lot of different things. And this next chapter is all about doing what nurtures you and allowing yourself to rest a little bit. I mean, unfortunately, we live in a world that sometimes tends to also shame us, right, for not doing enough, not being productive enough. And sometimes we want to take time for ourselves. We may even feel bad, but you don't have to feel bad for taking care for your well-being, taking care for your physical health, your mental health, your emotional health, and taking the time that you need for yourself. It is okay to only take one day for yourself and give yourself the self-care, the self-love that you need. And I really feel like this next chapter in your life is embodying this energy more and more, really giving yourself the love and the attention. Oh my goodness, this there was another pile which also got this message. This is so interesting. I really feel like um in this reading I received a lot of messages which are coming through in a way collectively. Something that we all at this point in our life, at this time, we need to make a priority in a way. And of course, what more than self-love, right? What more than taking care of ourselves? Maybe you're someone who takes care of so many different people, but you have neglected yourself for a very long time. And this next chapter is definitely all about, especially as well with the amethyst, giving yourself what you need. So if you need rest, if you need some time for yourself, you really want to give this to yourself. This is just an example. Let's just say you really feel drawn towards traveling alone. So you can just be with yourself and having quality time only dedicated for you, just doing what feels right to you, doing what you want without compromising. And this may be one thing that isn't really something you want to do this summer, for example. Instead of traveling with other people, you really need this silence to come back to yourself. And it's totally understandable. It doesn't matter who you are. Don't let others shame you for that. You deserve it. You are, there's no doubt about that. And I also feel like, my dear pile 3, this next chapter in your life, although we definitely get a lot of exciting energy coming through and you embarking on new things, which can be a wonderful thing and very, very, very outgoing, I still feel you're also going to create a space for yourself in which you're going to make sure that you receive the calm, you receive the relaxation that you need. So this is all about finding a balance, and you're going to create this balance for yourself. What I also find very interesting is that there is this trust that is being emphasized here. And I really feel like this trust towards yourself, having trust in you and in the way you choose to live your life. I also feel like this next chapter of your life is gonna bring a lot of reflection. You really looking within and reflecting on the life that you want to bring towards you, you want to manifest for yourself. And this is also going to make you understand a lot of aspects of yourself that you may have not put a lot of attention to. And I really feel like also with this personal insights card being here, if some of you guys choose to do something for yourself, for example, let's go back to the travel example. If someone, for example, wants to travel alone, it's also gonna not only bring you much closer towards yourself, reconnect you towards yourself, but it's also gonna put you in an environment in which you're gonna discover more about yourself, which maybe you couldn't or you haven't done in a very long time because you were so exposed to people's energies, responsibilities, the outside only, that you weren't able to go within. And I really feel like this is why it's so important in this next chapter to create a space for yourself. Some of you guys could even, in this next chapter, create certain routines in which you you really focus on surprise yourself. For example, like your well-being, you could start meditating for, you know, a few minutes, or you could do things that really you feel like are good for your emotional health, for example. But this is really all about you incorporating more things that make you feel present, but also make you feel I'm hearing self-nurtured. Also, one thing I would like to talk about here as well, I this is so interesting because while I was shuffling, I was already receiving this message, but I really feel like this next chapter in your life is gonna also, in a way, help you to become more optimistic. Not to say that you guys aren't optimistic, but I feel like maybe you have been, yeah, you have been hoping for, not hoping, but maybe you have been stressing so much that the cup was half empty, and you're gonna start seeing the cup half full again. And you know, this is what happens when we take care of ourselves, when we give ourselves the self-love and the self-care that we need. Sometimes we forget about it, especially if some of us have, for example, let's just say kids or different responsibilities that take a lot of energy, and we put those responsibilities first, which of course come from a place of love. There is no doubt about that. But sometimes we may not even notice how long we haven't done anything for ourselves. And like, for example, I see this on my own mother. And not to say like it doesn't matter who you are, you guys don't have to be parents, but this is just an example so you guys understand what I mean. Let's just take my mother for an example here. She does everything for her children, right? And it comes from a place of love, and she's devoted towards her family, and everything she does comes from this unconditional love place. Sometimes though, she may forget to also do something for herself, right? To take a day off from all the things and just nurture herself, recharge, because that's definitely something she deserves, right? And sometimes we forget about it, and it is good when we think about it again. Or maybe for others of you, you may be studying a lot, or you may be working a lot, and you only work, you only study. When was the last time that you really only took a day for yourself? Not for others, like even if it was the day off, you may have still also done a lot for others, but really give yourself the space, because my dear pal 3, you deserve it. And we need to recharge. It is so important, because if we don't recharge, we may even found ourselves burned out, right? And this is not something you want to create. So as I said, this next chapter, definitely you getting excited for the things, or better to say, for the new things coming towards you. But at the same time, you also creating the space to just be happy and light. Just light for yourself. I would like to get you guys some tarot cards. Let's see. For my beautiful, my goodness, it's too light. Okay. For my beautiful pile 3. What's the next chapter in your life? My goodness. Too many cards everywhere. Too many. I don't know why so many cards come out. Okay. So the first card we have is the Ace of Wands. The Chariot. Five of Cups. My goodness. You guys. All right. The High Priestess. Look at that. The Ten of Cups. Yes, exactly. The Emperor. Six of Swords. Let's see. And we got the beautiful Two of Wands. So my dear pile 3, one thing I would like to start with here is that, you know, also talking about the Ace of Wands being the first card. And it's also interesting how the first card being the Ace, and Ace is literally about new beginnings. And that doesn't surprise me at all. This passion that you could have neglected for a very long time, whether it's the passion for things that are important to you, you feel drawn towards, hobbies, love, your creativity, the things that make you happy, you're going to bring them back into your life. And this next chapter is all about not only bringing them back, but really positioning them secure in your day-to-day life. Of course, we don't, like, not all of us can, you know, take, let's say, 1 month off, right, and recharge. Of course not. We all have different lives, and we all have to see how it's manageable for us, how we can bring more self-love and self-care in our life, right? But I really feel like you're gonna incorporate a lot of things. This is also why I felt like saying, like, almost like techniques into your life, in which you can go back to them when, you know, you need to. So whether it's only 10 minutes meditation or something creative that you really would like to, you know, pay more attention to, this next chapter is all about bringing your passion back for life. And also with the Ten of Cups being here, for me the Ten of Cups is such a beautiful card which symbolizes this harmony. But I really feel like, and this is interesting, normally the Ten of Cups is definitely a card which is all about the harmony we create also with others, right, in a community, with our loved ones, right? But for some reason, I'm receiving this message that this is about the harmony we create within ourselves. This is the harmony we create for ourselves. And yeah, it's definitely gonna be a huge topic in this next chapter. Having said that, the excitement is definitely not gonna come short. I do feel it with the Ace of Wands. Actually, a lot of the things that you may do are the things that you're passionate about. So let's just say if some of you guys want to travel, you're going to travel to a place that you always wanted to go to, or you associate something with this place that really makes you feel passionate about life and about yourself. Let's just say somewhere where there is a beautiful ocean with a beautiful color, So yeah, and by the way, speaking of traveling, I actually have two cards here that signify the Chariot card and the Six of Swords. So some of you guys could definitely soon travel. I mean, summertime, right? And we also see this person traveling alone. Yeah, for some reason, even here, right? Some of you guys may definitely do a solo trip. If you have been waiting for the, yeah, message, if you wanted to get a sign, this is definitely your sign to travel. Yeah. But this is also another thing I would like to talk about this next chapter in your life. You're gonna allow yourself to be softer, gentler with yourself, but at the same time, there is a lot of determination in you. There is a lot of determination in you to give yourself what you deserve. And I really feel like, my dear pile 3, in this next chapter, you're also gonna think about, it's kind of like you're gonna start thinking about whether the way your life is going is still what you want. So I see for some of you guys, you actually maybe doing some changes regarding the future or the future plans that you have. Also, this next chapter in your life will definitely make you leave your comfort zone. There is no doubt about that. Whether it's traveling alone or doing a new exciting thing, you're gonna leave your comfort zone. Which also, the Fool card for me, it looks a little bit like she's definitely leaving her comfort zone and she's really happy about it. But know that throughout this, in a way, transition, like this change, this transformation, you always have your intuition in a way guiding you. So maybe this is also why I felt like meditation can be something for you guys, because whenever you feel like you need to come back to yourself, know that you are not alone. You are supported. You have a spirit team. And you have your intuition guiding you. And maybe this will make this transformation easier, or all these new energies, maybe this will make it a little bit easier to deal with them. But I don't see you struggling with it. I actually see you welcoming and inviting all this new energy, because this is what you want. You're done with the old. You're done with it. You are ready for this next chapter. You want to get excited again. You want to experience new things again. And you want to write a new story. That's your right. And I really feel like your intuition is your best friend during this time. So my dear pile 3, please feel free to let me know how you feel about this reading. Thank you so much, my dear, for allowing me to read for you. Take care, my love.